Yeah, morning all. So myself, I'm Vijay. Like I hold 20 plus years of experience, which includes nearly 8 plus years of experience in Python environment. So my experience includes design, development, and implementation of Python and Django-based applications. Well versed in implementing different Python libraries like NumPy, CP, Pandas, PyTables, Matplotlib. So before I start, can anyone please confirm whether my voice is clear, whether the screen is visible or not? Yes.
Yeah,
Fine. Thank you. Yes. So as part of today's demo, I'll be covering the following topics. Yes. Why Python? Why Python? Already we have got many programming languages. Why again Python required? And that too, Python is not a kind of technology which is very recently introduced. It was introduced in the year 1989. Why all of a sudden Python has got a great boom? Because if you go if you go back like 10 to 15 years, like if you go back to 2010, nobody knows that there was a programming language like Python. Why all of a sudden Python has got a great boom? Reasons which makes Python suddenly super popular. Today Python is widely used and mostly used programming language for developing different varieties of applications, even for implementing different domains. Okay, as the implementation language Python is chosen. And who can learn Python? Please be in mute. If you've got any queries, I'll be giving time for your general queries at the end of the session. Who can learn Python? There are no prerequisites for learning Python. Anybody can update with Python. Python syntaxes. The Python syntaxes looks very simple, right? It looks very simple and easy to understand. Looks like normal English statements. If you see, even Python is introduced even in this uh, BTech first year level without any knowledge of C language. So with there is no prerequisites, no need of any languages like C or C++ or Java. So everything we'll be discussing from the scratch ground level to the advanced level, right? And how Python was built. How Python was built by taking the features, advantages, by it has taken some features from one programming, it has taken some other features from other programming, means it has taken advantages from different other programming languages it was built. So because of taking features from what all the features we see in different other programmings, all those features we see in Python. So because of which we call Python as a hybrid language. We call Python as a hybrid language because of multiple programming features. And Python real-time applications. What kind of applications are we developing today by using Python? Whenever you update with any technology, you need to know what kind of applications are we developing by using that. Python mostly used for developing what kind of application? Yes. Python usage, right? Python real-time applications, right? And Python usage. Who are using Python today? Right. Python. Who are using Python today? Yes. Topmost companies, topmost applications built using Python, and the companies using Python. Python comparison with other programming. Python comparison with other programming. So coding wise, length wise, complexity wise, you can check how simple the Python statements as compared with other programming. And reasons why Python is suddenly super popular. Reasons why Python is suddenly super popular, and Python scope and job market. So the current job market of Python and the scope of Python in the coming years. That's what I'll be discussing in today's and tomorrow's session, right? Starting with why Python. Starting with why Python, right? Yes. I define Python in 5 lines. Python is a general purpose programming. It's a general purpose programming, multi-programming features it has got. High level language. interpreted language, user-friendly programming. So what is general purpose? Python is a general purpose programming language. What do you mean by general purpose programming? To understand this, right? General purpose programming. Yes. Observe, right. Before Python, we have got some programming languages. Heard about the programming languages like Pascal. We have got programming languages like Fortran, COBOL. These programming languages are purpose-based languages. These are used for a specific purpose. Pascal for complicated mathematical application, Fortran for scientific applications, COBOL for business applications. Means they are used for a specific purpose, not for all the purposes. But Python is a general purpose programming. It's a general purpose programming means a language which is suitable for developing any kind of applications. Such a language we call it as general purpose programming. So Python is a kind of programming where any kind of applications can be developed. It's not for a particular purpose. It's not like purpose based. Any kind of applications like web applications, animations, graphical applications, data science applications, big data applications, embedded applications, networking applications, desktop applications, audio video applications. In this way, different varieties of applications we are developing today by using Python. It's not purpose based, it's a general purpose programming. So Python is a general purpose programming. Multi-programming features. Python has got multi-programming features. I give a labor example. What if you want to launch a new product into the market, for example, if you want to launch a new mobile phone into the market, to attract the customers, if you are embedding the features of various other mobiles into it, going to attract the customers, right? In the same way, Python is a kind of programming where we see the features of all the different other programming languages within it. Because of this multi-programming features, we call Python as a hybrid language. So Python has got multi-programming features. High-level language. Okay. There are two types of languages. Two types of languages. Low-level language, low-level languages, low-level languages and high-level languages. Low-level languages, example of low-level languages like assembly level language, or machine level language. These low level languages, they are not human understandable. They are not human understandable. They are not human understandable. They are not portable. They are not portable. They cannot be carried from one system to another system. And machine dependent. Machine dependent. They cannot run on all the hardwares and all the operating system. Yes. Low level languages, they are not human understandable. They are not portable, machine dependent. But high level languages like Python, they are easily understandable, looks like normal English statements. They can be carried, they are portable and machine independent, can run on all the hardwares and all the operating system. Human understandable, they are portable and machine independent. Okay. And Python is an interpreted language. Interpretation, we say, not interpreted. So here also we have got two categories here, languages. compilation languages and interpretation languages. Compilation and interpretation. Compilation example like C language. Interpretation example like Python. So here, if you have got some lines of code, it executes the entire code at once and displays the errors in which lines you got the errors. Interpretation means if you got some lines of code, it won't execute all that entire code at once. Statement by statement it executes. Interpretation, line by line execution, which makes debugging easy, right? So Python is a interpreted language and it's a user-friendly programming or it's programmer-friendly programming language. User-friendly programming or programmer-friendly programming language, which provides simple syntaxes, which looks like normal English statements, right? So general purpose, any kind of applications we can develop, multi-programming, all the features we see in Python, high-level language, easily understandable, it's portable and machine independent, interpreted line by line execution, user-friendly programming, right? Yes. What are the features Python has got? Means programming languages, right? Python has got. Python has got procedural oriented programming features. It has got procedural oriented. Procedural oriented programming, like example, like C language. Python has got the features of procedural oriented programming like C language. Yes. It has got the features of object oriented programming. It has got the features of object oriented programming. Example like C++, Java. It has got the features of scripting. Has got the scripting features. Example like shell script. Linux shell script. It has got the features of modular programming. Has got the features of modular programming. Example like modular 3. So once again, I say for updating with Python, no need of any programming knowledge. Don't observe here. Don't think like you need to have the knowledge of C, C++, Java, all this scripting. No. As part of the course, we'll be discussing procedural oriented with Python, object oriented with Python, scripting and modular programming with Python, right? So just like C language, like C++, Java, like Modular 3, we can develop different varieties of applications here in Python. So if you take Python and Java are the two major programming languages used for enterprise applications creations. But the Java programmers or developers are strictly restricted to use only object-oriented programming features. Without object-oriented programming, there is no Java programmer application. But in Python, with object-oriented, without object-oriented, with procedural-oriented, with modular programming, we can develop different varieties of applications, right? And if you talk about this, Java and Python are the two major programming languages used currently. If you go back like 2010, Java is the mostly preferred language with 43% usage in the industry. In 2010, uh, nobody knows that there was a programming language like Python. Usage was just 3% in the industry. 10 years later, 2020, the usage of Python has increased a lot. Even today, if we talk about the talk of the industry, data science, that is machine learning, deep learning, AI, all this The implementation going in Python language, but not with the Java language, right? Yes. Where Python provides many modules towards plottings, visualizations, all this, right? And the usage of Java has decreased a little bit, and usage of Python has increased to 31%. I'll just show you some graphs. I'll open Google and show you, right, to justify this. So, which is the mostly used programming language currently? The number one ranked programming language, the mostly used programming, right? Yes. And if you talk about the scripting, Python is one of the best scripting language with vast varieties of libraries. And modular programming, and Python is providing nearly 89,300 inbuilt modules. It's providing nearly 89,300 inbuilt modules for various domain or environments, right? Whatever domain or environment you are from, Python is providing a module for testing, for animations, for networking, for every environment. Thousands of modules Python is providing. Yes. If I talk about these modules, right? Yes, just later we discuss about modular programming with Python, but just modules. It consists of some inbuilt functions using which we can perform the operations. Okay, for data science, for example, for data science, it is providing separate modules. Separate modules Python is providing. Please be in mute. Separate modules like NumPy, Pandas, PyTable, Matplotlib, CP, scikit-learn, right? These are the Python modules used for data science environment. Even for big data also, right? Even for big data environment, Python has got separate modules for this big data environment. Yes, even for networking. For networking, not only separate modules, separate framework itself, Python is providing. Twisted Python, right? Yes, but network programming or network applications for testing or for test cases, and also for operating system kinds of activities, OS kind of activities. The name of the model itself is OS. OS, operating system. Writing Python code for creating directories, writing Python code for check what is present in a directory to read data. And for each and every database, Python to connect with Oracle database, we need to have cx underscore Oracle, right? That's a module. And Python wants to connect with the MySQL database. So that for that PyMySQL is required. PyMySQL. And for SQL Server, right? Python providing separate modules for every database like PyODBC. Okay. So it's very simple connecting with database here in Python, right? So just we require the module and the module information, username and password. Can easily connect with any database. And working with Excel files, writing a Python code for creating Excel workbook, Excel file, right? And later we'll write code to create multiple sheets. By writing Python code and executing that, you can see multiple sheets. Yes. For creating Excel files, we have got Excel RD module, Excel SX writer module. And for any types of files, CSV files, comma separate values file, later we have got module related to CSV. Yes. Not only Excel CSV, like XML files, JSON files, PDF. We can also write Python code for creating PDF. Any kind of PDF file. We can create a PDF file by writing Python code, and even for mathematical operations, and even for statistical operations. And for generating graphs, normal graph, bar graph, histogram, scatter plot, stack plot, any types of graphs we can generate by using Python. So very simple, right? We have got math model for mathematical operations. Very simple example, right? The usage of modules in Python. So any module like import math module. So I want to use what is present within the math, right? Within the math module, there is a square root function, square root of 16. It gives the output. That's it. Very simple, right? Import the model, use the function of that model. What is the function for it? Square root. Yes. So in this way, import it and use the functions present within that module. So in this way, I just showed you some examples of some, but thousands of modules, 89,300 inbuilt modules Python has got, right? Yes. So later as part of the course, I'll be discussing different modules related to different domains, right? Yes. Now, what kind of applications are we developing today by using Python? So one by one, I'll be showing you where exactly it is used and what is the use case. So Python mostly used today in creation of web applications. Python real-time applications. So mostly used in creation of web applications today. Lot of web applications are getting developed today by using Python. You may get a query, right? From last 20-25 years, Java, .NET are mostly used in developing web applications. Why again Python, right? Python using framework like the Django framework, right? Yes. We have got a framework, Python framework like Django framework. It's an important framework. Using this framework, Django framework, at a rapid speed, you can develop a web application and with very less coding, right? It has got its own database also. This Django has got its own database like SQLite, we say SQLite 3. It's a database, it's a local database of this Django. Even if you want to connect with any other database, it can easily connect, right? Fine. It has got its own application server, it has got its own database. So with very less coding, what all the .py files required for the project, everything will be created automatically, right? Yes. It has got many flexible features provided by this Django framework. And another important applications, right, where Python is preferred in automation applications. Automation applications using the technologies like data science. Using technologies like data science, using technologies like IoT, using technologies like DevOps, right? IoT, Internet of Things. It is a physical network or device embedded with software, sensor, electronics used for exchanging data, collecting data, and controlling the things from the place where we are, right? A simple way, IoT like electronic devices connecting and communicating with each other. Here, 90% of the coding goes in Python. And within the data science, everything deals with the data. Data has got experience, data has got future reference. Using data or data science, we perform data analysis, data predictions, data classification, data clustering, data recommendations. It's a blend of technique, right? The main technique what we see here in data science, EML, machine learning, right? So we have got many ML techniques like regression, classification, clustering, recommendation, pattern matching. For all this to implement, we require a language. To code, we require a language. So Python is the mostly chosen or mostly used programming for this data science, machine learning, deep learning, for these things, right? Java is never preferred. And even in the DevOps environment, we write some automation, right? We write some automation scripts using Python. So Python is a Python has got, it's a scripting language with vast varieties of libraries, right? Yes. And apart from this, another major area where Python is mostly preferred, yes, big data. Big data applications, the name itself saying like huge data. If you see how the data is currently stored, like KBs of data, MBs of data, GB, gigabytes, terabytes, petabytes, exabytes, zettabytes. Yes, KB, MB, GB, sotabytes. Yes, so on. So you should have seen KBs, MBs, or even GBs. Even you should have seen TBs of data. But petabytes of data, is it getting generated in the current real world? Yes. Petabytes of data is getting generated. 1 petabyte equal to 1024 TBs. Examples of petabytes of data generation, like social media, like Facebook. So millions and trillions of users for Facebook. In a minute, how many posts and videos are getting circulated? Each and every post has to be saved. So what should be the storage capacity for the Facebook, and what is the data generated by Facebook in a minute? Huge data, right? Not only that, if you talk about any applications, they're generating huge data to like that. Just if you take 1 minute a transaction, take 1 minute a transaction, right? In a minute, how many Facebook posts? Twitter tweets, Google queries, YouTube videos upload, email or Gmail messages. What should be the storage capacity to store all that email messages? And bank transactions, telecom transactions, e-commerce transactions, Amazon, Flipkart, all this, right? Everywhere we see like huge data. For this huge data, we have got some big data tools available, like Hadoop, Spark. These are used for huge data storage and processing, especially Spark. It's a very high speed processing. It's a very high speed, right? We're using Python, right? Spark is an execution model implemented by using Python language. So Spark with Python, like PySpark we say. So here within this also is Python is preferred. So total implementation goes in Python language. I list out what are the various other applications where Python is used for scientific applications. For scientific applications, right? Yes. We have got a module like CP, Scientific Python, even for numerical analysis. Numerical analysis, we have got NumPy for it, numerical Python. Apart from this, for graphical user interface or for animation applications. Graphical user interface or for animation applications, right? We have got some models like PyQt, TK Inter, are some examples of it, right? And apart from this, today Python is mostly used in game development. A lot of games are getting developed by using Python. Single user, multi-user online games, right? Especially for developing games in Python, right? Yes. There's a framework given by Python like PyCora. It's a framework given by Python for developing games and like Pygame. Pygame is a framework given by Python for developing games, PyCora and PySoy. For 3D games or for 3D rendering libraries, we use like PySoy. Okay, apart from this, Python is also used for scheduling tasks. We have got Airflow for it and for testing or for test cases. And also for software development. Software developers make use of Python as a support language and even for business applications. Business applications. Business applications. Python is one of the best bets for developing e-commerce website. Apart from this, one of the hottest application of Python, database application. Without database, there is no web application. And also Python is used for web scraping, scraping data from different websites, extracting data, right? You have got your BS4 models available for that. And apart from this, Python is used in creation of audio and video applications. Audio and video applications, right? Yes. Lot of audio and video applications are getting developed using Python. Some of those examples like Team Player, C Play are examples of some. Apart from this, Python is also used for not only for computer like electronics and civil applications like CAD, computer aided designing, right? Apart from this, Python is also used for computer vision, for color detection, object detection, face detection for this computer vision, right? Yes. Python is also used for embedded applications, for embedded applications. The most famous embedded application like Raspberry Pi. Raspberry Pi, right? Raspberry Pi is one of the best scripting language which uses Python script, right? It's one of the embedded application which uses Python script. Apart from this, for data analysis, for data analysis, for desktop applications, single user console applications, yes. Embedded applications, data analysis, desktop applications, but yes. So these are some of those. In this way, we have got many more applications, right? So it's a not a purpose basis for any kind of applications development, right? Mostly used in data science, in web applications, automation, scientific, graphic applications, gaming applications, scheduling. Okay. Who are using Python? Just I'll take 10 minutes more, right? Who are using Python today? Yes. Who are using Python today? Topmost applications built using Python. Topmost applications built using Python. Google is one of the best example for Python web applications. Google web crawling is first written in Java. It was too difficult. It was rewritten in Python. YouTube. Yeah, for video sharing service, right? And Yahoo using Python. Uber using Python, right? Uber pricing algorithm is implemented using Python. Instagram built using Python. The prime reason for Instagram to choose for Python is Python practicality and its hybrid features. Even NASA using Python for its research and development activities because of Python hybrid features. Some applications like Quora, Reddit. Okay. Some Quora, Reddit, and the famous OTT platform like Netflix using Python for security automation and for subscription related things, right? Yes. MMOG, MMOG, massively multiplayer online games. MMOG, massively multiplayer online games. Maya, a powerful 3D animation which uses Python script. A powerful 3D animation which uses Python script, right? Yes. iRobot for military and commercial operations. For military and commercial operations, and even for hardware testing purpose. Companies like IBM, Seagate, Qualcomm, all this they use Python for hardware testing. BitTorrent is using Python for its file sharing service. BitTorrent. In this way, right? These are some of those examples, right? Who are using Python, topmost applications built using Python. And here from the discussion, what we had, right? Yes. Or reasons which makes Python suddenly super popular. Reasons which makes Python suddenly super popular, right? Yes. First thing, most of the programmers or developers are attracted towards Python very less coding, because of its very less coding, and also simple syntax is given by Python. Simple syntax is given by Python. Yes. The syntax of Python looks like normal English statements. Yes. And see this interactive mode. This is one more feature, interactive mode. Interactive mode, right? We can easily interact with Python statement by statement. For every statement, it gives response, just like uh, if you're messaging your friend giving response, right? In the same way here, Python gives response for each and every statement you type. For example, at the bottom search panel, I'm typing CMD to go to the command prompt. So once you go to the command prompt, if you type Python, if you already got installed. So in that next session, I'll be showing you the installation of Python, other things. But if already Python is available, if you type Python, it will display the Python version 3.12. And can you see these three arrow symbols? See, you can type any valid Python statements here and you can interact it. So I'm asking it, what is the value of 4 plus 3? What is 13 into 7? I'm asking the value of 23 into 46. X value I'm giving as 10, Y as 20. No need to define the data type also here. Directly I'm asking what is X value, what is Y value, what is X plus Y value, what is X minus Y value, X into Y value, X by Y value, right? X equal to hello, HELLO, right? X equal to hello, X into 3, prints hello for 3 times, X into 5, prints hello for 5 times. Yes, X equal to X into 2, X into 2, X equal to 10, X into 2, 10 into 2, 20. Power symbol, this is the power symbol in Python, 10 square, 100. You want to come out of this, say quit and come out of it. So in this way, for every statement, it gives response. We are typing any statement. This kind of interaction you cannot see in other programming languages. Quit, it will come out of it. So that is interactive mode given by Python, and also like wide varieties of application, multi-programming features, multi-programming, right? Yes. Hybrid features, what all the features we see in different other programmings, all the features we see here in Python. Wide varieties of applications, right? Just now I discussed about those applications, wide varieties of applications, and many built-in, just observe many built-in modules, many built-in modules. Very less coding, simple syntaxes, interactive mode, multi-programming, wide varieties of applications, many built-in modules. Yes. So these are the reasons which makes Python suddenly super popular. Less coding, simple syntaxes, interactive mode, multi-programming features, hybrid features, wide varieties of applications, many built-in modules. Now just I'll open Google and show you, right? The number one ranked programming language today, the mostly used language. So just to type in the Google, just type popular coding language. Just type popular coding language, right? So yes, you can see like popular coding language. You can see the different results for it. The most popular programming language, Python. Next comes Java and other programmings. Yes. Most popular programming language used by top 25 unicorns. Java first, sorry, Python first, next Java, JavaScript. Next, Python remains the most popular programming language. Most popular programming language. Just observe here, most popular programming, Python. Next comes JavaScript, Java, other programs. Programming languages ranking. Most popular of 2021. Most popular of 2021, right? Let's talk about 2022 if we talk, right? Most in demand programming language of 2022 based on LinkedIn job postings in USA and Europe. And if you talk about the most popular programming language of 2021, Python, next comes Java, JavaScript, other programmings. Rankings, you can see, right? Ranking, which is the rank 1 Python, next comes rank 2 Java, rank 3 JavaScript. So ranking wise, Python stands as the number 1 rank, right? Check this rank, language rank, Python language to C or Java. And you see number of top 39 computer science departments which uses language to teach introductory courses. Python, next Java, MATLAB, all this. After this, just see the ranking, right? Python stands as the number 1 rank. Next comes Java, C, all the other programmings. Now check this. The mostly used programming language in the industry, right? Yes, can you see this? Yes. Python 31%, Java 19%, C++ 9%, and all the remaining, right? Yes. Python stands first with 31%, Java 19%, C++ 9%. And if you see that ranking by job openings, ranking by volume of job openings, Python stands first, next SQL, next Java or JavaScript. Here, right? Python, average salary for Python. Okay. JavaScript, Java, Python stands first as the number 1 rank to programming, right? Even if you go check, right, Python jobs, you've got a lot of jobs. Just to type Python jobs, lot of jobs, especially if you check, yes. See, 22,732 Python jobs in Hyderabad. If you talk not only Python jobs, like you go for Django jobs, people who has got knowledge on Django is very less, and who has got command in this Django is very less, right? So Django jobs, 20,994 Django job vacancies in March. Who has got command in Django is very, very less as of now, right? So it's a Python and full stack batch. So yes, see the course content of it, what I'm going to discuss as part of this. Starting with Python basics. What is Python? History of Python, applications, features, advantages, versions, installation of Python, flavors of Python. Yes. Python operations, modes of execution, batch mode, editors IDs, data type, constants, variables. Comments in Python, type conversions, escape sequences, strings in Python, string indexes, and slicing. Operators and different types of operators in Python. IDs in the integrated development environment. In real time, we use these IDs. So what are the different IDs supported by Python? Not like 1 or 2, as I'll be discussing like 4 to 5 IDs, not on a single ID. So like Jupyter, Spider, Eclipse, NetBeans, flow control statements, basic Python, looping statements, strings in Python, string indexing, string slicing, string functions, string methods, string special characters. Similarly, collections in Python, listed tuple sets, dictionaries, operations on them, their addresses, their methods, right? List, list properties, list indexing, list slicing, list functions, list methods, list addresses, nested list. Okay, Python tuples, properties, creating, indexing, slicing, different ways of creating tuples, tuple operations, sets in brief, their creation, their properties, their functions, their methods, type dictionaries, functions in Python, different types, functions, properties, categories, argument types, default, non-default, keyword, non-keyword, arbitrary or variable length arguments, lambda function, filter function, map function, reduce function, what? Yes, modules in Python, different ways of importing, renaming, reloading modules, package in Python, errors and exceptions, right? Okay. Errors and exception handling in Python. Yes, file handling, right. Reading data from a file, writing data to a file, object-oriented programming concepts in brief, encapsulation, the headings I kept here, encapsulation, abstraction, class object, defining variables, methods, static variable, non-static variables, constructors, destructor, garbage collector, method overriding. Yes, regular expressions in Python. So I'm going to discuss some models that regular expression module, database connection, Python database connection, installation of one database also I'll be discussing, if SQL operations and transaction management, Python datetime module, OS module, operating system module, advanced concepts like iterator, generator, closers, decorators, web scraping, working with CSV files, XML files, GUI programming, graphical programming, Excel workbook, data analytics, introduction to data science, Pandas model in brief, NumPy model in brief, and Matplotlib model in brief, right? So I'll be discussing some models related to different domains like data science related models, big data related models, operating system, graphics, database, all this. And people who wants to go for full stack web development. So apart from Python, Core and advanced like 80, this 30 topics will be discussed in brief. Django framework, web frameworks, Django installations, Django project architecture, Django applications, Django views, Django templates, right? 15 to 20 applications you will be developing along with me parallel in this Django framework. So you'll be getting great command on this framework, right? Django framework and UI technologies. Should have knowledge on UI technologies, right? So I'll be briefing you about UI technologies also. Yes, HTML in brief, CSS in brief, JavaScript in brief. Yes, observe here, right? Just 2 minutes. So here, first like Python core, Python advanced application oriented modules, right? Everything. We'll be taking 70 hours on that, 70 hours in brief with many working examples. So 2 months duration, right? And it's an offer batch, just 5,000 is the batch, the fee structure for it. And apart from this, people who wants to go for full stack, first you'll be given knowledge on this web development. First you'll be given knowledge on web development like HTML, CSS. And the Django framework, right? Nearly you'll be discussed on 50 to 20 applications will be discussed. You'll be doing parallelly and REST API and a project. For all this also it takes nearly 60 hours, 2 months for this. and the course fee is like 7,000 for it. So 70 plus 60, 130 hours, 2 plus 2, 4 months. So 5K plus 7K, that is 12K. But if you want to go to entire full stack, the single payment, so it's 10,000. You're choosing full stack. If you're going separately, it will be like 5 and 7. You're taking total as a package like this 10. So yes, and what are the offerings from my side, right? So daily you'll be getting the recorded video of the session. Soft copy of the notes, assignments and tasks to work with, and a WhatsApp group for technical discussions. Yes. So I said, if you've got a great command on this, you go through the interview process. See this, the previous batches talk about this Django applications creations. If you take any Django batch, Django apps creations. Yes. Nearly like my project 1, 2, 3, 4, like more than 15 to more than 50, more than 20 are there. Anything you can take. Django apps 1, Django apps 2. So here for any batch we have discussed more than 20. Yes, by that you'll be getting great command on this Django framework, right? So if you've got any queries, you can go with your queries. As it's a demo session, I was speaking most of the time, but in the normal session, for every statement I type, you will be responding with the output. Whether your answers are correct or wrong, you'll be responding, right? Yes. And tomorrow also you can attend the session same time at 8 p.m. Sorry, 8 a.m. Same time using the same link to see more on this Python. And especially people from non-programming, right? Tomorrow you can just observe. I'll be showing you some sample codings of Python, how simple, without any knowledge of Python, how we can understand it, right? Yes, comparison of Python code with other language, right? Any queries from your side? Anyone go with the queries, right?
Hi, this is Srikanth.
Yes, go ahead.
So the timing will be the same.
Hmm?
The timing will be from 8 to 9, right?
Yes. 1 second. I forgot to say about the timings. So the timing of the batch, let me make it clear before you go with the payment plus other things, right? The timings of this batch. So it's starting at 8 o'clock, right? It as of now. For first 1 week, 10 days, it starts at 8 o'clock. But after that 1 week or 10 days, it starts at 7 a.m. So yes, as most of the students, the request made by many students, right? So there are students who are going to the college, and there are many people who are job holders, right? So attending the class and going to their jobs or their college, 7 o'clock will be the better choice, 7 to 8. The timing of this first 1 week, 10 days, it will be at 8 o'clock. Later it will be starts at 7 a.m. in the morning, 7 to 8. Make it clear, right? Before we go with the payment process. So, and these are the things you'll be getting a daily session video, daily that every alternate days you will get the notes, assignments and tasks to work with. You will be building your own code, writing your and WhatsApp group, right? Yes. And this is the total full stack web development. And if you feel that 4 months, 4 months is too long, if you feel so, Python classes Monday to Friday, sometimes on Saturdays it will be taken. Monday to Friday, right? Yes. We'll be having classes from Monday to Friday for this Python. And there'll be many weekend batches available on Saturday and Sunday, right? For this web development, the Django framework, right? Saturday 2 hours and Sunday 2 hours, right? So parallel you can go because while you are updating with Python, here you will be updating parallelly with this web development, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, which doesn't require any Python knowledge. After that, Django architecture, Django framework, all this before you go with the practicals of Django framework, 60 to 70% of your Python gets completed, right? So you can also go parallelly whenever you get Whenever you get enrolled for this Python full stack, you can attend any of my Django batches, Django or this web development batches. Right? Fine. Any other queries, right? So during the sessions, if you got any query, you can immediately unmute and you can ask your query through voice, or you can type your query in the chat. Even I also require that you people should be responding with your answers, whether it is correct or wrong.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Live sessions, right? Interactive live sessions. So it will be not from one side, from both the sides.
So these timings for only for online or offline too.
So 1 second. Coming back. It's a online batch. It's an online batch, no offline batch here. This whatever timings I am saying, right? So next to 1 week, the classes goes at 8 o'clock. Later after 1 week, will be at 7 o'clock. So it's online. Total everything is online, right? For the next 2 3 days, you can attend the session with the same link, right? Everyone you can attend the next 2 3 days. You can attend. Later after 3 days, right? The link will be changing. You'll be getting a new link. So those who got enrolled, the link will be forwarded to those people who got enrolled. But for next 2 or 3 days, you can attend the session, right? You can check how the sessions goes. And
So
everyone you can attend the session for the next 2 3 days, right? It's with the same link, same time.
yeah, if I decide now that I want to attend the class, so can I take the new link and join, or do I miss anything in within these 2 days?
Within 2 days, tomorrow it will be continuation to this what I am discussing, right? It will be a
Okay.
continuation, but it's not like the same topic won't be discussed. Tomorrow I'll be discussing about different Python comparisons, Python versions and installations, everything. Today is the session 1. Tomorrow will be the session 2, right? Session 3, session 4, it goes up to that. First 3 4 sessions will be given freely for the students to attend that, right? From the session 5 onwards, you're supposed to get enrolled, right? The sessions won't be repeated again. Once,
Okay, so whatever you have explained today, so can we get a soft copy of this?
yeah, I'll be forwarding whatever I typing, right? Everything I'll be forwarding you with neat, clear comments, everything, right? You'll be getting the clear notes of this, and also that video you'll be getting. Yes, you'll be getting today's video, right, to your mail, to whatever with whatever mail you have joined the meeting, so that you can see. Generally, yes, after 3 days, right?
Okay,
One,
so how long these classes will be available online? Like
6 months you'll be having access.
okay,
For 6 months you'll be having the access. So after once this after 2 or 3 days, right? Once the link is changed, a WhatsApp group will be created, and everyone who have got enrolled will be added to the WhatsApp. And notes you will be getting to your mails. Videos you will be getting to your Google Drives. To your Google Drives, the videos you will be getting, right? Daily one video will be added to that Google Drive. Notes to your mail ID, and a WhatsApp group will be created, right? So meanwhile, you can attend the session and check that level of that session. So,
thank you.
right. Mhm. And there is one more, right? So I also deal with big data. I also deal with big data, right? Big data analytics. So where big data Hadoop, PySpark, Spark with Python, PySpark, this Linux and Python. So this is a package, big data package is available, right? Where Python 2 months course is included in it. So in this big data course, where you will be getting Python 2 months course in it. So where you will be getting nearly 3 to 4 courses, right? Hadoop, PySpark, Python, Linux. So the fee structure for this is 15,000. So Python, you can attend any of my batch, right? Current batch, you can attend 2 months it goes. And this will be on the weekends, Saturday and Sunday. 2 hours on Saturday and 2 hours on Sunday. So if anyone interested for this big data also, right? So next is not this Saturday, next Saturday somewhere like April 1st week, right? Next Saturday at there is a demo at 2:30 p.m. in the afternoon. So only on Saturday and Sunday you'll have classes for this big data, right? So in that Python core also included with 2 months course, right? So you'll be main focus will be on this PySpark, very high speed processing, which has got a great moment to respond. Okay? Fine. So tomorrow also you can attend the session, same timing, right? Everyone using the same link to see more on this, right? Any other queries, right? You have got?
So if you go back to the previous screen, sir, yeah, Hadoop.
What is it?
So yeah, here, do you teach Python first, or do you start with the Hadoop, sir? Which concept do you start out of four?
So here in the weekends, this first Hadoop will be started. First, before the practical Linux will be started. Before the Hadoop practicals, right? First started with the Hadoop, and before the Hadoop practicals, total Linux will be discussed. Means that whatever knowledge required for understanding this Hadoop practicals, this will be discussed first. Meanwhile, you'll be going with the Python in the weekdays, Monday to Friday.
Okay.
By the time this Hadoop and Linux, right, will be done with almost 60 to 70% of Python will be completed. So when before PySpark starts. Yes. So
Python and PySpark are both are similar, or is there any difference?
so here Spark implemented using Python, coding goes in Python. Spark is an execution model implemented using Python language. So say like PySpark. So just like machine learning implementing using Python, that is data science with Python, right? The same way Spark, this big data with Python, like data engineers we say, right? Data engineering, that is data science. Yes.
What is the duration for first three?
Yes. So these three, right? 12 weekends. 12 weekends.
Close to 3 months.
3 months.
Thank you.
So if you already have got knowledge on Python, right? If anyone who has got knowledge who wants to attend only this Hadoop, PySpark, and Linux, the please touch this 12K for this. Okay.
So batch is going to start not next weekend, but next to next weekend.
Not this Saturday, next Saturday.
Okay.
Okay. Fine. Any other queries, right? Related to this Python? Okay. So if I'm done with your queries, if there are no other queries, then I'll sign off for now. Meet you tomorrow, same time at 8 o'clock using the same link, right? Thank you all for your time. Thank you. Meet you tomorrow. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yes.